Alright everybody, it's your brother Seth here, coming back once again, to tell you what's been going on in the multiverse. Hold up, I'm getting hot in here. I'm tearing his shirt off. Oh shit, jewelry's popping out. Can't contain the power. Alright, look, check it out, man. I got high tension. I know I haven't been on here in a minute. I appreciate all of you out there who have sent me messages questioning if I was okay, because I'm over here in Japan. There's a lot of crazy shit going on. Earthquakes, typhoons, tsunamis, thunderstorms, tornadoes. It's all just going on, man. But hey, that's the planet, man. Reality is always shifting. So this is what I want to get into. It's October, right? We're in October. We know what goes down in October. There's a lot of things, a lot of forces, a lot of energies. Everybody's chanting. Everybody's doing rituals. Everybody's trying to summon gods, demons, angels, Nephilims, or whatever. Everybody's trying to get in contact with something. Let me drop this on you to think about, to meditate on. So that noise, you might hear some noise in the background. There's people with hair salons and shit. Anyway, look, this is what it is, right? I think the individuals have to come to terms with certain truths, right? I don't know if I talked about this in the past, but I think most people in this physical reality come down to two categories. Well, there's a few categories, but I'm just going to simplify. You have those who worship and those who just know, and those who know where the real power comes from. And you know, at the end of the day, all entities, spirits, there's 1,000 names that you can give these things to, but it has to come down to the point where you go beyond the names, you go beyond the images, you go beyond the, the camouflage system, or whatever it is you're working with, because these things don't really have names. We can assign names to them for a means of identification, but at the end of the day, everything just is, you know, whether you want to call it energy, you want to call them spirits, you want to call it demons, it's always going to come down to, it just is what it is, you know. So you have a lot of individuals, especially within this month of October, in physical reality, where people feel this is the chance, the gates are open, the realm, between realms, the veil is thin, everything can break through, you can contact, do what you want to do, summon, invoke, evoke, you can do it all. But what I'm about to say now, I'm not out to insult anyone, I'm not trying to put anyone down. All my videos have always been about empowerment, and they will continue to be that way. What I'm about to say right now is information for those who basically already know, or they're on the brink of knowing. They're right there at that border between crossing into infinite power and yeah, that's basically it. They're just at the border. You know, they're ready to make that final leap, but they're afraid to, or they don't know how to, or they don't know what they're looking for. They know something is there. They know it's something that will take them there, but they just don't know what it is. And I'm about to give it to you right now. Those who say they work with spirits, you hear a lot of people say, you gotta worship. You gotta worship the ancestors. You gotta worship whatever deities it is. You gotta give the offerings. You have to give offerings to the ancestors, or they're gonna get angry. Look, I apologize for that white background. I can't really do nothing about that. Oh, okay, well, I guess I didn't. But look, man, this is what it comes down to, right? All those forces are real as you believe they are. Everything is real. Now, from the idea, from the concept that everything is real, you could take that a lot of different ways. Some people take it to the extreme, and next thing you know, I'm possessed by a demon, and you know, they told me I have to sell my soul, and they get into all that. But energy is just energy, right? Entities are just entities. And we're all entities in our own way. We're all energy forms. But those forms, energy forms, come at individuals in many different ways, right? You hear a lot of stories about different deities, right? And you might hear things like, let's take, for example, the deity of Papa Legba, or many others, and many others. But I'll just use Papa Legba for now. They say that Papa Legba speaks all languages, but he has a very deep connection to, Haitian belief systems, some New Orleans belief systems with voodoo, hoodoo, all these type of things. But you got a question, right? If Papa Legba speaks, and the usual image of Papa Legba, well, there's many different images of Papa Legba, Barun Samedi, there's a lot of them. And I've seen people on the internet fighting to the death. They're like, no, that's not the depiction of Papa Legba. He doesn't look like that. He looks like this. Popular TV drama right now, American Horror Story, Coven, was the first time they had this portrayal of Papa Legba by Lance Riddick, which I liked the character. It was a cool portrayal, although he didn't look like Papa Legba. It was more the typical standard image of Barun Samedi. But either way, it was a good performance. And he's recently come back. And I know a lot of people are going to get mad. He's on the new American Horror Story. I just found out yesterday. I saw on the internet, Apocalypse. So I went and researched, looked it up, wanted to see how he was. And he's basically playing this voodoo devil. Now we know there's no voodoo devil within voodoo, but hey, it's TV, man. You don't get all bent out of shape and that's the wrong way. How could they portray that? Probably. Look, man. Most individuals that are stressing out, they haven't even seen one deity in their life. They haven't seen any energy form. So let's not get into what these individual forces actually look like, because no one really knows. Because they can take on any form. Now, the point I'm getting at with this is, I'm not going off because I want to keep focus. The question you have to ask is, if they say that Papa Legba or any other deity speaks all languages, what does that mean? I think you really got to meditate on that. Because what that means is that, one, they speak many languages, but two, you have to question, do they appear the same way to other individuals? And this goes into concepts of religious beliefs, all the different religious beliefs in the world. Why does everyone have a different belief? When you look at the core belief system of most religions, a lot of them have a lot of similarities. Sometimes they're almost identical. But the portrayal by the people of what these specific deities look like are very different, So you have to think about, are we dealing with the same force, the same energy that's just being perceived by individuals through their own lenses, whether it's cultural lenses or personal biases or whatever. Their own personal belief systems are being filtered into the images that they see. Because a truly powerful entity is not going to just limit itself to one specific ethnic group. If Papa Legba or Barun Samedi, any deity, spirit, God, Lawal, whatever you want to call it, if they're so powerful, if they're all that powerful, they would not be limited to one specific plane. So we have a tendency to place human progression and what we know as far as things from individuals. We know how I feel about humans. But anyway, that's another video. I don't want to go on a rant. It's fucking humans. Anyway, we have a tendency to place so-called supernatural things or non-physical things within the realm of human progression and within the realm of human belief systems. And that's what we go wrong at. So, forces of energy that supposedly make contact with people, make contact with individuals. It happens on a daily basis. It happens all the time. Some people are just not strong enough to deal with it. Some people completely misinterpret and go off the rails, but these things happen every day, and they come at people in different ways. So going into what I said earlier in the video, there are two types. There's those who worship and those who, they just know. And the energy binds with them. It's more of a recognition is what I'm trying to say. It's not a matter of worshiping and giving offerings. It's more of you recognizing that these forces are a part of you. Because we are a part of all that is. We're just an extension of all that is. Call it God, call it whatever you want, but we're all an extension of that. And you have to work, you look at a shaman, right? A shaman from all across the board, shamans in general. The shaman knows that the villagers do not have the ability to work things out for themselves. So he has to use the belief systems within the cultural group to help them go beyond whatever the ailment is, whether it's a sickness or whatever it is they're dealing with. The shaman knows where the true power is coming from, but he must work within belief systems. If the shaman were to just tell people, hey, look, you have the power to fix this yourself, most individuals don't. Most individuals have a lot of power, but they would rather disperse it within conflicts within themselves, conflicts with other people, other belief systems, but most importantly within themselves. So with all that conflict, they never get to see where the true force of the energy is coming from. So worshiping, giving offerings, that's very fine if you know that you're actually worshiping yourself. And that's what it comes down to. All these forces, they will come from within you. So going back to energies that come into contact with people, when I say energies contact people all the time, what I'm really saying is that energies, people's own energies within themselves make contact with themselves. And we all have, when you go into the fact that we live in a multiverse and there's infinite realities also, a part of that is also that we have multiple versions of different gods, multiple versions of different deities. This is why on the whole planet, everyone has their own belief of what these things look like, because we're dealing in a multiversal situation where everything is an offshoot, an expansion of another thought form or another energy form. So to, kind of summarize this video, worshiping, you got to really question, like, what are you worshiping and where's the true power coming from? Because when you get to the point in your development, when you realize that where the true power is actually coming from, like, it doesn't matter, like, a lot of people say, oh, you're giving away a lot of secrets, you need to start charging money for this stuff. There are no secrets, man. There are no secrets. I could tell you a secret. I could tell you, look, this is what you got to do. You got to do this, this, and that. You're going to get in contact with that. It doesn't matter. I could talk. This is video 104, right? Got 104 videos. All these videos, I have been telling you over and over and over again that you got your own power. We live in multi-dimensional being. You're a multi-dimensional being. You have the power to manifest. You can do this, you can do that. You can do all these things, but it doesn't matter how many times I tell you that. The individual has to experience it, feel it, and know it for themselves. So secrets mean nothing. A person can tell you the secrets of the universe if you want to believe there are secrets of the universe, although there aren't, because you are the universe itself being manifested through flesh. But a person can give you all the secrets in the world, make you join their groups, take part in occult rituals, and proclaim they have some great wisdom and spiritual power that they'll only pass down to those elected few. The chosen few will get the knowledge. It doesn't mean shit, because at the end of the day, if you don't truly experience it for yourself or know it, it means nothing. It's meaningless. It's baseless. It's a waste of. It's just nothing. It has no value unless you experience it for yourself. It's like lucid dreaming, right? Those who like to call it lucid dreaming these days. Everybody goes, lucid dreaming, this is amazing. And you get other people who go, no, lucid dreaming's bullshit because Freud said it suppressed emotional, sexual energy. You have all these theories, right? It doesn't matter how many times you talk about lucid dreaming. No one's gonna really know what you're talking about until they experience it for themselves. So, and this goes with everything. People who say, I've seen a ghost, I've had contact with aliens, it doesn't mean anything. I mean, don't get stressed out trying to prove a point to people. It's like people come to me sometimes, like that I know over here in Japan, they're like, oh, what's all this stuff, man, you're on the internet, all this SUMARI shit you're talking about, what's it about now? They're already coming to me with a bias. They're already coming to me in their mind, they've already decided they're not going to believe it. So why would I waste my time with this Neanderthal trying to break down multidimensionality to him? He or she has already decided that it's not real. So as long as they believe that, shit, I could preach all day. I ain't gonna believe what I'm gonna say. So why cast pearls before swine? Why do it? It's a waste of time. So don't waste your time trying to convince people, man. But this is the purpose of my videos. I'm always trying to empower you guys and reclaim yourselves, because that's what it really comes down to. All these issues, I don't care what anybody says. They can say, no, it's the Democrats, it's the Republicans, it's, groups we got over here in Japan for political. No, it's this, it's the Illuminati, it's the gray aliens, the reptilians, the fucking insectoids, I don't know, these other groups they got. Whatever names they call them, right? It's all stupid. It's just nonsense, because the true power lies with you guys. I mean, I could say it all the time, and I'll probably keep saying the videos because that's what I have to do. But at the end of the day, no one has the power. It's all you. It's all self-power, man. So you can preach, you can make up all this shit you want. You can say it's the Greys, you can say it's the Nordics, you can make up all these titles. But just think about this, right? I'll give you something to meditate on. If these forces were that powerful, they would have enslaved like most of the population already in this physical reality. They say, well, it is like that because you have the New World Order. Look, what I'm saying is that if demons were that powerful, everyone would be possessed by demons. Shit would just be out of control. And in that case, you'd be like, oh shit, maybe demons are real. If everyone on the planet in this reality just went apeshit crazy and started doing insane things, then there might be an argument that, hey, there are these demons out here. But the fact that not all, but most individuals had a pretty firm foundation in the sense of they're not running around just raping, murdering, stealing, killing with no reason, and people just trying to live their lives and get by. That's proof in itself that these so-called negative forces are not that powerful. But if you stick with me, follow my camp, you never have to worry about that kind of stuff, because it's non-existent. Those kind of threats, for me, they're non-existent. And for individuals that are within the same family as me, family meaning with the same train of thought and the same ideas and the same experiences, we don't worry about that stuff, man. I mean, it's just non-existent. It's not even a threat. Oh, the demons are gonna get me. Oh, you gotta have your protection. You gotta do this, you gotta do that. That's for weak-minded individuals, man. Now, you could play along with that if you enjoy it, if it's fun, you like making these things up, and it's like a bit of role play. But at the end of the day, SUMARI cut straight through all of that. And I know it's, oh no, here he goes to SUMARI shit again. But it just is what it is. Now, I've talked about it many times. SUMARI is just a sound, a name, really just a sound, a means of identification for those with unique talents, for specific ways of dealing in this multiversal playground. But yeah, man, I mean, hey, you can stick around, you can keep talking about demons and aliens and possessions and all that kind of stuff, but at the end of the day, the real power is with you, and it's always been with you. So hey, I gotta finish up, got another minute, but yeah, man, the power is where it's at, man. You just have to know where it comes from. So just remember, do you want to continue worshiping all the time and worshiping spirits and demons and all whatever it is you believe in? Or do you want to come back home and where the true power is at, which is yourself? Your extension of all that is, how much more power do you want? When you understand that you are a physical manifestation, a spiritual manifestation, or psychic, whatever you want to call it, excuse me, manifested in flesh, in a physical reality, there's no power beyond that. So to go and say, no, well, it's actually this power, and I gotta use this, gotta do that, you're actually downplaying yourself, you're downgrading yourself, and hey, that's how you wanna be. Why be less when you can be more? Why be less when you are more? Just things to think about. Then again, what do I know? I'm just another random, multi-dimensional being on the internet, throwing down some knowledge. Take it, learn from it, do with it what you will, but at the end of the day, I know where my power is coming from. So if you want to jump on the same train ride as me and be more, hey, come aboard. All right, I gotta go. Much love to y'all. SUMARI, everybody. SUMARI to everybody out there. Set. I'm out.